And the last poem, Song to an Imperishable Sunlight. This poem, like Word Creatures, can be read also as a kind of manifesto. At least the first of the three parts. It can also be read as a call to action in order to span the breach in a tradition of resistance and rebellion. Like an American, Song to an Imperishable Sunlight is imbued with history, the history of the African diaspora in the Caribbean. It is a panegyric, a song of praise for the motley black men of the past, those brave ancestors whose heroic struggles and sacrifice allow those who came after to redeem our present. In the opening stanza of the poem, John writes of his own chain of blood that links three continents. He makes common cause with working men everywhere and declares, "So sits my pride," because of his knowledge of the deeds of the ancestors. He asks, where is the pride of the uprooted? And where are the sons, the men to fill the feet of rebels? And answers, each generation lives its present in huge hiatus unaware. That line provides us with some clue about the ideas which informed and the passion which drove John's cultural and political activism. He spent most of his life trying to bridge the huge hiatus of knowledge and action to reconnect with and ensure a continuity of resistance to oppression and a vision of change for all humanity. New Beacon Books was one of the ways he went about achieving this. I'm only going to read the first part of this poem because it's in three parts, it's very long. And I might even leave out a few bits from the first part. Song to an Imperishable Sunlight. These veins fixed in blood, native in three continents, watered masses of insularity, to hear metal clink in the alchemy of green storms. Both the Niger and the Indus groaned in maternal fury to spawn my breed. The muddy waters of the Thames and the Seine and the Guadalquivir irrigated their offense in beds not meant for strangers. If this alone were my father's legacy, I would spit his treasure back to the sea to wander. Neither musket nor whip doubled the high-browed dome. For those that fell, others came in droves, rebellion after rebellion. Death was liberation. So sits my pride. But where is the pride of the uprooted? Only the snide remark to ride the backs of their own irritation. Their dreams are not drenched in acabre, in coffee, kojo. It says kodgo here, but I think that's a printing error. It should be kojo, C-U-D-J-O-E, the slave, leader of a slave rebellion in Jamaica. Their dreams are not drenched in acabre, in coffee, kojo. Men of 1723 and 1729 who wrung a treaty from the lion's tail. Where are the sons, the men to fill the feet of rebels, who shortchanged human greed, while serfs still suffered the knout in distant Russia of the Tsar? Motley black men of the past, forever nameless, who, in their need, ended an apprenticeship in freedom, and free became as workers. Those who were shot cold in cold blood, sowed the ground at emancipation under our freedom. George William Gordon was hanged in 1865, years after Toussaint, but in the same mode. And Bogle was his ally in the cause of glory, of honor. Ebe The Padmore speaking eyes warmed their sex-sipping coffee with the victims of a wake. The dead rose no more. I want somebody to limbo like me, limbo, limbo like me. The chorus penetrated the dark in a frenzied orgasm of self-projection. Mazumbo, Lazar, and Alcazar had come to throw their bit of dust in holes the bullets dug in the riots, the water riots. 19 nameless, fertilizing the soil for the Balizir. A pregnant ancestor bayoneted of a forebear. Those who latterly broke the earth's skin on the plantation, mocking the master's frown, erecting their courage in the comfort of their women, regaled their blood for the ose of a millennial culture. Our Jacob was not coatless. Our Jacob Thomas wrote a grammar in patois to remove the scales from justice's eyes for peasants who spoke no word of English in the Lord's court. And Jacob answered proud England's frown for his fraudacity in challenging our right in revolt to rule our land. Still, each generation lives its present in huge hiatus, unaware. Unaware of those who labored here for working men, and so for working men everywhere. The barefoot men, the khaki men who faced the gun and battleship for many a year. Men who gave the cue in Dominica in 32. When ravings run no more, in the dry weather of remembrance, we recall the games we played with hibiscus, its yellow tongue longing voluptuous for the sunlight. We remember who fell forward in the dust, writing the rueful story of our redemption, and breasted the humanist bullets from 35 to 38, from Guyana to Jamaica, to cleanse the air. Yet our remembrance is more stately for those that died in 14, a cause much less clear. Such is the measure of the manner of our remembrance. And for years we will not forget the day we delivered. Again, I think there must be a typing error, some error here. And universal history, it reads, of the Lord of Queen Victoria, who supposedly freed us from the slave abomination. Though we forget, have forgotten, who suffered the purgatory of jail and torture to build a future we live as present. They were writers and painters and teachers, workers and men of intellect, who foresaw the present, who foresaw the future. Our dead do not affront us when we redeem our present, which is our right to an imperishable sunlight.